Welcome to Story Time. Tonight, I'll guide you into a peaceful state of rest with the story Under the Shady Tree. Close your eyes, relax, and let your mind drift as you imagine yourself resting beneath the branches of a beautiful ancient tree. The air was still, and the world seemed to have quieted. The sun, hanging low in the sky, cast a golden glow over the landscape, warming the earth below. It was late afternoon, and the day had been long, but now the time had come to rest. The gentle warmth of the sun felt soothing, like a soft, warm blanket that wrapped around the person walking along a worn path through the countryside. This path, surrounded by open fields of tall grass swaying gently in the breeze, led to a special place, a place known for its tranquility and stillness. The path wound and curved, guiding the person toward an old, majestic tree standing at the edge of the meadow. It was a tree unlike any other. Its trunk was thick and sturdy, its roots deeply planted in the earth, and its branches spread wide, creating a canopy of green leaves that provided shade and shelter. As the person approached the tree, they could feel the calm energy radiating from it. This tree had stood here for centuries, through storms and seasons, watching over the land as the years passed. Its bark was rough and textured, and its leaves whispered softly in the breeze, like the quiet murmur of a friend comforting you after a long day. There was something soothing about this place, as though the tree itself held the secrets to a peaceful mind and restful sleep. Beneath its wide branches, the air was cool and pleasant, a stark contrast to the warmth of the day. The shade offered by the tree was deep and comforting, like being wrapped in a familiar embrace. The ground beneath it was soft, covered in a thick layer of fallen leaves and grass, the perfect place to lay down and rest. The person lowered themselves gently onto the earth, leaning back against the strong, solid trunk of the tree. The bark felt cool against their back, grounding them, while the soft grass beneath them cradled their body. They could feel the tension in their muscles begin to melt away, replaced by a deep sense of relaxation. It was as if the tree itself was offering them a place of sanctuary, a moment of stillness amidst the rush of life. They closed their eyes and took a deep breath, inhaling the fresh scent of the grass and the faint earthy aroma of the tree. As they exhaled, they felt their bodies settle further into the ground, becoming one with the calmness of the space around them. The world seemed to slow down, the only sounds being the gentle rustle of leaves overhead and the occasional chirp of a bird hidden somewhere in the branches. The breeze that moved through the leaves was soft, just enough to stir the air and keep the heat of the day at bay. It carried with it the scent of wildflowers blooming in the nearby fields, a sweet and calming fragrance that seemed to fill the person's senses with peace. The longer they sat under the tree, the more they felt themselves letting go of thoughts, of worries, of everything that had weighed on them during the day. It was as if the tree was absorbing all their stress, its deep roots pulling away the tension from their body, leaving them feeling light and peaceful. The shade from the tree created a cocoon of coolness and calm, a space where time seemed to slow down. Nothing mattered here but the gentle rise and fall of their own breath and the soft sounds of nature around them. They leaned back further, resting their head against the trunk, and gazed up into the branches above. The leaves danced lazily in the breeze, creating patterns of light and shadow that moved across the ground. The sunlight filtered through in soft, dappled beams, casting a golden glow that was both warm and comforting. As they watched the play of light, their eyelids grew heavier, and the urge to close their eyes and drift off into sleep became harder to resist. They gave in to that feeling, letting their eyes flutter shut, and immediately, the world around them became even softer, more distant. The tree's gentle presence remained, its sturdy trunk a constant, grounding them while their mind began to drift away. The sound of the wind in the leaves became a lullaby, soft and rhythmic, lulling them deeper into relaxation. In their mind, they imagined themselves lying beneath the tree, just as they were now, but in a dreamlike version of this place. The tree seemed even larger in their dream, its branches stretching out into the sky, reaching for the stars that were just beginning to appear in the fading light of the day. The sky was a deepening blue, and the air was even cooler, like a refreshing breeze that carried the promise of sleep. As they lay there, in this imagined space, they felt completely at ease, as though the world had faded away, leaving behind only the peacefulness of the moment. The branches of the tree seemed to sway gently above them, the leaves whispering words they couldn't quite make out, but somehow understood. These were words of rest, of letting go, of surrendering to sleep. Their breathing became slower, more rhythmic, each breath syncing with the soft sway of the branches overhead. They felt as though the tree was cradling them, holding them in its embrace as they floated on the edge of sleep. The world of thoughts and worries became more distant with each passing moment, replaced by a deep, overwhelming sense of peace. Time no longer mattered. The golden light of the setting sun, the cool shade of the tree, the soft grass beneath them, it all blended together into one continuous moment of calm. They were no longer thinking, just feeling, just breathing, just existing in this perfect, quiet space under the shady tree. In their dream, they imagined the stars above beginning to twinkle, their soft light filtering through the branches, casting gentle shadows on the ground. The tree seemed to reach even higher now, its branches stretching toward the heavens, its roots reaching deep into the earth. The connection between the sky and the earth, between the person and the tree, felt profound. It was as if the tree itself was a bridge between the two, grounding them while also lifting them toward the stars. As they drifted further into sleep, the sensations of the dream and reality merged. The coolness of the shade, the softness of the grass, the gentle touch of the breeze, it was all part of the same peaceful experience. They were no longer aware of the passage of time, only the feeling of being cradled by the tree, held in a space of perfect calm. The sounds of the forest faded into the background as they drifted deeper and deeper into sleep. The leaves overhead continued to rustle softly, the wind moving through them like a whisper. The shade from the tree remained cool and comforting, a constant presence as they slipped further into the embrace of sleep. They were safe here, under the protection of the tree, its ancient branches watching over them as they drifted deeper into a restful, peaceful slumber. Thank you for joining Storytime. I hope Under the Shady Tree has brought you a sense of peace and rest tonight. May your sleep be as calm and steady as the shade beneath the tree, and may you wake refreshed and renewed. Good night, and sweet dreams.